Hi there, it's LaserMax. I want to talk about air cancelling, which also ties into attack placement. So here we go. In Blades with an air cancel is when you perform a ground level move in the air. Normally you can only do air attacks in the air, but the air cancel changes that. The way you do air cancels is you time the release of your attack to be the moment after you jump. If you look at the string counter as I jumped, you can see my feet leave the ground way before the string counter manages to change stance. This is the window where you can input ground level moves. Keep in mind that attacks in Blade Symphony are released by releasing left click, not by pressing it down. This goes even for uncharged attacks. Even if just for a few frames, you are always charging before your attack comes out. So when learning to time this, try slowly charging, then jumping straight after release left click. There are several reasons as for why you would want to air cancel. Firstly, since it's a jump like any other, it moves your character up in the air, which can be good for avoiding attacks. In general, the height from the jump can help you avoid attacks, but will rarely ever get you hit in situations where you will be fine. So whenever you are dishing out a poke, there is no reason not to air cancel, just in case you end up avoiding something. If jumping does mess you up, it's not because of the hitboxes, but rather because the air state gives the opponent a juggle if they hit. So sometimes, as a cost for attempting to avoid hits, you might take increased damage. The air state could also help you though, as some heavies for instance might allow you to hit back if they hit you mid-air. So don't be afraid to mash out attacks if you get hit by a big move during an air cancel. Lastly, the jump height moves your sword with you, which could help you avoid parries and instead go over the opponent's attacks. Now, air cancelling is a tool that's there to help you. It's not there to slow you down. Even though you can reduce the amount of time wasted through practice, you can never remove it. So when going for tight punishes, it might be good to just avoid the extra effort entirely and just hit people normally. Outside of air cancelling, make sure to properly aim your attacks. Now, what proper aim means depends on what you want to do. The important part is that you actually have an idea of how to aim so that you make use of it. There are so many situations in Blade Symphony where you can start an attack and you just know you're going to get parried or intercepted. In those situations, you can still aim away the attack before the swing happens. Aiming attacks can allow you to get increased range with some moves. You can also make moves safer to attempt if you aim the forward momentum of an attack to the side. You might want to mix the way you aim attacks to be unpredictable too. If you use certain moves in certain ways, some moves can be punished on hit, but a lot of the time you can change the placement to make it safe. Attack placement is key. Kind thanks for watching. Later.